What's up, fellow Clashers? Apollyon here, coming to you from the ending of our war against Sekinchan City. And if you haven't watched the Town Hall 9 summary, go ahead and watch it. Some great attacks, some good bases that we hit, and really well done. I'm going to show you some of the Town Hall 8s here, the Town Hall 8 attacks. These guys were a level 9 clan from Malaysia. They had us on the ropes. They could have won the war. Some of their guys did not show up. As you see, they had 58 of 70 attacks, and we did have the lead the whole entire time, but they had quite a bit of top Town Hall attacks and just were not able to finish it with us. They two-starred all of our most of our top 10, 12 bases, but they could not get the 3 stars on a lot of them. They had some great attacks on the Town Hall 8s. They cleared all the Town Hall 8s, and they used a lot of GoHo, tons of GoHo, and most of the time they hit the 3 stars on the first attack. They did have a couple bases that gave them a hard time, and the Town Hall 9s had to come down and hit them, and I think that was one of the reasons that cost them the war. But, yep, and we had a couple people that didn't show up on ours. We used 64 of 70 attacks, which is not our usual thing. We usually will do that if we have the war in the bag, but this was never in the bag even until the end. So but good job to WHF Rising for our 50th victory. It was very apropos. Glad we could get that, a good challenge to give us that 50th. It was not an arranged war, but it definitely felt like it. They definitely brought some really good attacks, and internet bases, but still decent internet bases. So let's go ahead and jump into our first attack. It is a Town Hall 9, but I mean, this just shows you how powerful the Town Hall 8 attacks are now with that second heal, with a quad quake and 2 heals. Yona's going to go ahead and hit a decent Town Hall 9. It's definitely not max, low-level Royals, but I mean, it's got max Town Hall 8 defenses with, a couple of the Town Hall 9s sprinkled in there. The Royals, the Expos, things like that. So it's not a simple base for a Town Hall 8 to hit. Uses that Quad Quake to open up most of that core. He's going to do a traditional kill here with poison. Without poison, with Wizards and Barbarians. Sends the 2 Golems in there to go ahead and start tanking. Creates his funnel with his Wizards. And he's going to do, a GoHo. So he brings a P.E.K.K.A. in there to start making its way to the core. He wants to push through and start tanking for those Expos and go ahead and take care of that Archer Queen. So the P.E.K.K.A. is dropped in there, has 2 more heals left over for those Hogs or the core, whatever he wants to do. And he's going to go ahead and start sending those Hogs in while the Expos are distracted. The Giant Bombs are triggered in the core, which is good. He's going to use that first heal to get kind of past these Expos. Does not have poisons for the Skellies, so he's got to make these things stretch. Got to make it last. It has 1 more heal left over. Kill squad's still pretty healthy right now, making its way through this core. Be nice to get that Barbarian King, which they do right here. The Barbarian King aggroes, and will go down very, very soon. Is now knocked out. So the Hogs have nothing else to worry about as far as Royals go. And they do have to worry about these defenses because they have completely run out of heals. And now it's just time to go ahead and clean up these last 4 defenses. Fortunately, one of them is an air defense, so can't do any damage to them. And that Tesla is being tanked by the Golemites, so that's very good for that last Hog. I don't think he's going to make it, and he does make it. Okay, so it's a big deal cleaning up with this. I think he had 1 second left over, even with the new time. So this definitely would have not been a 3-star with the 3-minute timer. That 3.5 minutes really makes a difference here, especially for a Town Hall 8 going against a Town Hall 9. But we'll go ahead and speed things up. And watch the 3 stars. So very, very nice attack. Makes it easier for us to go ahead and hit the other Town Hall 9s when the Town Hall 8 can step up and clean some of their lower 8.5s. So very, very nice attack, Yona. Let's move on. Logan gets a 6-star war. Let's check out his attack against number 13, which is the same base, I think, as number 28 if I'm not mistaken. So, and maybe even possibly number 17. So anyway, he's going to go ahead and bring a GoVaHo here. So he's going to use a quad quake, 2 heals, the traditional now attack to be able to do that. Does not leave you with the poison, so you're going to have to take care of the clan castle by yourself. Drops the golem in there, get this thing going, and the wizards go ahead and follow up and take care of that balloon. And you can do that. It just, the dragons and balloons do a lot of damage. I mean, look at that golemites on life support, and we'll be split into golemites right there. So it's not going to help you push too far, but those Valkyries will. So he goes and sends them to the core. Very nice funneled by the wizards, and it's time to go ahead and start using those hogs in there. Does have 2 heals for either the core or the hogs. Is choosing to use it for the hogs on here and push them through the rest of the defenses. They will trip a giant bomb, kind of stay on that archer tower and get healed up to full, and does use the king's ability there, and now is going to go ahead and use a second heal for those hogs, push them through the rest of the base. Those hogs kind of get stuck on that cannon, get taken out, and then start to redirect back to the archer tower. But it's time to go ahead. King meets king, and king has already used his ability, so it's kind of a fair fight here, but not too fair when the Valkyries are involved with that. So the Valkyries with the kings go ahead and completely take him out, no issue whatsoever. And we are on cleanup, and the cleanup is just about finished. So very, very nice attack by Logan on their top Town Hall 8 base. Number 14, going to use a holo, so we haven't seen a holo yet. And a True Alpha is, he's actually a Town Hall 8.5, like a brand new one. He put the queen to sleep, so basically this is a Town Hall 8 attack. I mean, he does have 4 spells instead of, or actually he doesn't, he uses 3, so it's almost exactly the same as Town Hall 8. Does not have level 5 hogs yet, does not have level 6 loons, and as Archer Queen is not there, so it's almost exactly the same. Don't think he even has the extra camps done, so it's just like watching a Town Hall 8 attack. Does the lure, takes care of the clan castle with the poison, sends the hogs in to go ahead and systematically trigger those double giant bomb spots and the giant bomb spots. So at this point, you know what happens when all the giant bombs are triggered. It is completely wrecked, and these hogs have nothing really to worry about. Try Teslas in the core, standing in heals, they'll go ahead and take care of that without any issue. And it still has a hog heal left for the hogs down on the bottom. We'll start sending in the loons now that the hogs are tanking and the ADs are down. Very, very nicely done, nicely timed. So, those hogs are going to take out the whiz tower, and those cannons will be done by the time they get there. So right now we're on cleanup. Don't have to worry about anything else except for some of the traps. They go ahead and take out that enemy king, gets a very nice split on those loons and hogs, and they'll go ahead and take care of that. The king is dropped in just for giggles and does a swag heal at the end, so completely crushed that base. Number 15, going to see Dylan go ahead and take care of this with a quad quake and 2 heals. Same thing. Going to see that quite often in Town Hall 8 now. It is a formula that is tested, tried, and true. He'll go ahead and do a lure up top, and does not have poison, so he'll bring it up top and decide he wants to go down to the bottom. Anchors on the bottom, and is going to do the traditional archer, then barbarians. So just wanted to feed him a little bit of archers there. And drops the 2 golems in there for a shattered entry. Balloons are chasing them, kind of drunk haphazardly, and the wizards are running up to try to get caught up to them. Finally do. Balloon goes down, and it's time to go ahead and send some hogs in there. And, it's never a bad idea if you can get a couple of point defenses and kind of speed your golems all the way through to that core by speeding up, by sending just 2 or 3 hogs in on each of those defenses, and they'll take care of them so fast as the golems are tanking for them. Wizards are doing quite a bit of damage all the way on the outskirts with those golems tanking. I think it's going to come to a stop on the left-hand side, but on the right-hand side, those wizards are still doing fine. The hogs are dropped in with 2 heals left over, and they're going to go ahead and heal up right there. Very nice heal. Those hogs are almost down to nothing, and they get healed up back to full. And the right-hand side is also done. They will go ahead and take care of this wizard tower, and then archer tower standing in a giant bomb or heals while they hit the giant bomb, and now it's time for cleanup. So they completely crushed this base, and I'm going to go ahead and speed it up and watch as they take care of the rest of it. All right, number 16, we're going to watch GoHo with wall breakers this time. So we're not going to watch a quad quake. So Ron's going to come in here, and he's going to go ahead and use his 2 poisons and 3 heals, and come in with the GoHo strategy. So he's going to get the lure, but he's not going to go ahead and take care of them with wizards on barbarians. He's going to drop the 1 level 2 and 1 level 3 poison, and you will see that it does take care of both of those, that dragon and the balloon. So since the shadowed entry in there with 2 golems wants to make his way in there, go ahead and trigger any giant bombs possible and make it as deep into the core as possible that he can. Drops wall breakers to open up that first compartment. Does have 3 more wall breakers left. Sends the P.E.K.K.A. in, and then 3 more wall breakers behind them. Everything is completely focused. Just dodges that mortar too. Very, very lucky timing there. P.E.K.K.A. goes for a walk, as P.E.K.K.A.s do, and the hogs are sent in on a counterclockwise motion, and has 3 heals left over for these hogs, since he did not use a quad quake to get in. There's the kill squad starting to make their way around, but the hogs trigger a giant bomb standing in that first heal, and the other hogs make it into the core where the Teslas are, and still has 2 more heals left. Has 1 more hog left over there. He deploys it. He uses that second heal. Does not need that 3rd heal if he does not want to use it. But it's up to him. He can either heal the hogs, heal the king, heal the P.E.K.K.A., do whatever he wants, and or just hold it. So right now they knock out the king. They'll go ahead and start doing their cleanup and get a nice little spread around the base, and it definitely does not have to use that heal. So they'll go ahead and kill those huts in the corners and uses the swag for the final heal. Let's check out 17. Check out Teddy, our new guy here, and he's going to use a quad quake. And I think, yeah, so this one is a similar base that is used the same as 28. So you're going to watch him take number 17 with a GoVaHo, and then we're going to watch the same base get taken out in a little bit with a mass hog. So we'll show you 2 different ways to take out this base. He's going to use a quad quake here, so again, that means no poisons. That means he's got to go ahead and kill them with barbarians and wizards, or golems and wizards, either way. So they're going to do quite a bit of damage on that golem there, but he's got everything funneled. He's got everything taken out of the trash buildings, and now it's time to send in the king and the Valkyries to make their way through that core. They're going to redirect for a little bit and get that wizard tower, the sweeper, and the mortar, because they are so close to each other, but then they will reroute into that core right after. They'll go ahead and flip and move their way in there. It does have a rage for them. It'll drop a heal down there to get them healed up, and then it will drop a rage in them to get them taken through the rest of the core. They'll take care of that core really, really quick within just a couple of seconds. All the ADs are down. Everything is down. He's a little late on those loons because I don't think he expected the core to go down so quickly, which it did. But almost everything is targeting that core, that kill squad. So those loons will go in there semi-untouched. There is a troll Tesla in that corner. So those loons will have to make their way into that corner after that last cannon and mortar are taken care of. Those minions will definitely not be able to take out the Tesla, and but the Valkyrie definitely will. So the minions will go down. The Valkyrie will start taking the double giant bomb. Still is alive, and the wizards will back her up. They got her back. And it just shows you the power of the Valkyries. Takes two giant bombs and keeps on ticking. No issues. Very nice attack. Number 19 was the same as number 14. That's the one. So we watched a GoVaHo. Now we're going to watch the GoVaHo against this base. So Valkyrie's big deal on this war. Anytime you have that those ADs in that core and you want to take care of them, a quad quake going to be used for this, just like it was on number 13, the mirror base. but no poisons here, so gonna have to go ahead and do the traditional kill. So barbarians and wizards there, and sends the golems in there as that balloon is almost down, and saves those wizards for the cleanup, or not for the cleanup, but for the funneling. It's a nice wide funnel. Does not need any wall breaker, or he does need 2 wall breakers to get into that first compartment. So he's used the quad quake to get all the way into the core. Wall breakers go behind and start opening up. The Valkyries, you see how they were redirecting, and they finally just changed their course. Drops the rest of the Valks and the King in there. They'll go ahead and take care of these 2 cannons, and then they have to make their way into that core, hit some giant bombs, standing in heals, so they'll be healed back up to full. There is no rage, so they will not take care of this core as quickly, but they'll still do a pretty good job with it. Use that second heal just to make sure they get all the way through. One of them goes flying, but that's not a big deal. Very nice timing on those loons as those air defenses are down, and it has 8 more loons. Don't know what we're waiting for on those. They didn't get the memo, but they're going to be dropped in here. Still has 4 more left over. It's really time to drop them in. Actually, it's a little late now because the kill squad is being redirected to other places. So you want those golems to start tanking for those other defenses, but it's okay. They'll go ahead and make their way through. We're on the last 2 defenses. Get a nice little split. Sends that last loon, holds it back for cleanup, which is pretty smart. And everybody else is going around the base taking care of this. So they'll go ahead and get that 3 stars. Very nice job, Excalibur. And just a few more bases, just like 4 more left. 23, we're going to watch a Mass Hog. I don't think we've seen a Mass Hog yet. And we're going to watch Berkeley go ahead and take care of this base with the Mass Hog. He does bring 2 poisons, 1 level 4, 1 level 1. So we're really mixing it up with 2 level 3 poisons, a level 2 and a level 3, a level 4 and a level 1, just to show you what you can do with these poisons. Does the allure with the Hog, drops the first poison there, the level 4 one. As it's just about done, it goes ahead and drops the level 1 poison, and that will go ahead and take care of this dragon. So it's time to go ahead and do a Mass Hog deployment. He'll start doing it in counterclockwise motion. Sends those first group of hogs there, heals it up, has 2 more left over, keeps sprinkling hogs around the counterclockwise. We'll go ahead and start sprinkling some more up from the top in just a second. And you'll need to go ahead and use a heal very soon. There we go. And that group of hogs, you get kind of lucky that they hit the giant bomb, but then walk into heals there. And then sends the rest of the hogs in there. And they only have a few more defenses left, but do not have any more heals after this. But they only have that air defense to go through, so it's not a big deal. Starts deploying his wizards, very nice. So he's going to have a nice spread for this cleanup. Drops his king in there, which is kind of it's going to ignore the king initially. The hogs think that it's more important to take out the builder hut than the enemy king pounding on them. But they'll learn their lesson, and then we'll go ahead and all do cleanups. So very, very nice attack on a to me that's a very common internet base. It's just they had a couple of extra tweaks in it, a couple of different compartments, but a very, very familiar base there. Number 27, we haven't done any dragons yet, but we don't want to leave them out. So we're going to go ahead and check out HTR using kind of like I think it's just a dragloon. Yeah, it's just a dragloon. No riders in here. No hog riders. So he'll go ahead and use the Zap Quake in here to take out that air defense. Brings a rage and a haste. So starts to send his dragons in there. The funnel is created. He wants to push them through to that air defense. They get kind of caught up on that enemy king, but he does send his loons in there and rages them up. They'll go ahead and target the wizard tower, then the sweeper, and then they'll just kind of ignore the air defense and almost get wiped out by the dragon. But the other dragons are raged, so they'll take care of that clan castle dragon very simply, and then he will go ahead and speed his dragons up to get them to that air defense quickly. The haste only speeds up, does not increase the damage done. So those loons will go ahead and kind of follow them up and just slowly go ahead and take out the rest of the defenses. We are almost on cleanup mode, as there's only a few more defenses that can take out the dragons, but those loons are taking care of those. And one more archer tower left. That balloon will sacrifice himself, and it's all over at this point. Sends the king in there to start doing some cleanup with those dragons, and they'll go ahead and race each other. 2 more left, and then we're done. Number 28. Going to watch Lad take out their number, or our number 35 take out their number 28 with the GoVaHo. You notice that this was the same base that was done. I think number 17 was done with the GoVaHo. Now we're going to show you how to do it with the Mass Hog. So same base layout, same everything. Going to use the dual poisons to take out the clan castle, which means he only needs to bring, didn't need to bring any barbarians actually, but it's good to have them there just in case. Could have brought in an extra hog and dropped the barbarian and a wizard, but it's okay. It's a 3-star attack, and that's all that matters. So he'll go ahead and start sending his hogs in a clockwise fashion, hit a giant bomb, but does not need to heal them up until they get to the core. So go ahead and push them through that way. Still has another hog left over after these sent through. Hits another bomb on the outside. Decides he doesn't want to heal those hogs either. Has 2 more heals left. Just drops that second one in there and is going to push them through. And is going to go ahead and have tons of hogs go flying there, and have that last heal that's going to heal up these on the wizard tower, and then they'll turn and take care of those skelly traps standing in the heel, and then they'll start doing a cleanup. Hit that last and final 3rd giant bomb on the outside of the base. So very, very trolly base, but it's the way it goes. Okay, finally the last one. We'll go see another dragon attack on their number 33, and we'll go ahead and check that out. Get a 6-star war against this. I've seen this base many, many times as well, having those 4 little islands and the one in the main core. He'll go ahead and use a Zap Quake there to take care of one of those air defenses. Not even sure if there are 2 air defenses. There might be only 1 air defense. It's probably like a Town Hall 7. So why don't we just go ahead and skip through that. Same thing. Still going to use the balloons to get through to the core. They're going to get roasted by that dragon, but that's fine. The other dragons will go ahead and take care of it. But yeah, I don't even see didn't see a sweeper here either. Maybe I missed it. Troll Teslas in the corners. It's not going to do anything against these dragons, especially even more so now with the timer being extended to 3.5 minutes. So no big deal there. So, you know, a lot of internet bases, common internet bases they used with a little bit of tweaks in it to their own design, which, you know, kept us on our toes. Very, very good attack. We did have all of our Town Hall 8s clean up all of their Town Hall 8s, and none of our Town Hall 9s had to hit down except for, I think, True Alpha. But again, he just turned from Town Hall 8 to Town Hall 9 and used the Town Hall 8 army. So it's basically the same thing. So again, we give props to the Sekinchan City, bringing a good attack to us and making us earn that 50th war. Still undefeated, and you know, we're matched up with another clan right now that we'll see what happens. You know, we should be able to get a perfect war. They do not have any Town Hall 10s, and we should be able to I think we're mismatched a little bit. I think we actually have more Town Hall 9s than them. So we'll see what happens. So anyway, hopefully these attacks will help you get those 6-star wars and those 3-star attacks in, and go ahead and get them.